If your childhood was anything like mine, you were taught that breakfast was the most important meal of the day. And not just because we all love short stacks and fresh squeezed orange juice. No, the reason breakfast is so highly regarded is because it's the first thing we put into our bodies before going out to greet the world. I bet you want to have sustainable energy. I bet you want to feel like you're at the top of your game. And I bet you believe you can achieve this by putting the right foods into your body. And I agree. I love breakfast just as much as the next guy. Fresh smoothies, sourdough toast, melt-in-your-mouth pancakes, the way maple syrup pumping through your veins makes you feel like a superhero. But despite the loving relationship between myself and my waffle iron, I recently discovered that something was missing from my morning routine. There was some key element that could provide me with the drive and energy necessary to conquer the world in the best way possible. You see, what we feed our stomachs is important, but what we feed our minds is paramount, second to none, crucial for happiness and success. And yet, somehow it seems we often overlook its significance, not giving it a first thought or a second thought. One reason for this, I believe, is that most of us were never taught what to put in and what not to put in to our minds. We all know that donuts and sugary cereals are not going to provide us with the energy and nutrients we need. And although we still may eat them, we at least recognize that we're setting ourselves up for failure. We're aware of our actions and the consequences that follow them. When it comes to our mental breakfast, however, most of us are less aware of what to intake and what to avoid. We were never taught which ingredients to cook with or the effects certain ingredients can have on our lives. So we gorge on mental junk food. We do things like watching and reading the news, allowing its drama and negativity to seep into our consciousness under the guise of beneficial and even necessary information. And just like every other habit, the individual actions of how we start our day eventually blend into the greater picture that is our life, making it that much more difficult to isolate them as potential contributing factors to the way we feel from day to day. Our lives are nothing more than a compilation of days. There is no such thing as an overnight failure, nor is there such a thing as an overnight success. Wherever we are in life, with very little exception, can be attributed to the actions we've repeated day after day. And as days add up to weeks, and weeks add up to months, and months add up to years, so do our daily disciplines add and multiply and compound until we reap the bountiful harvest of our habits. Once we become aware of the concept of a mental breakfast, it becomes easy to treat the activities involved in our morning routine with the reverence they deserve. A new day dawns and we see that just as the explosion of citrus helps to awaken the body, so do motivational and inspirational insights awaken our passion for living and set the tone for us to have an extraordinary day. And we begin to see and feel a shift within ourselves. The morning light seems a little brighter. The sun feels a little warmer. And some of us may even start smiling on our BART ride to work. Wouldn't that be something? Our parents and grandparents taught us how important it is to start our day with a nutritious and well-rounded meal. Now it's up to us to approach what we put into our minds with the same careful consideration and high regard, and to start our day with thoughts and images that give us what we need to start each day with the confidence to make it better than each that came before it.